But I mean, that's the fact that we're reflecting on this. I mean, we can choose differently. It's, maybe this is something that we can, through this conversation, be like, you know what, I should probably call my mom and dad like every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, I actually put like reminders in my phone like Monday and Friday, like right when I get out of work or like when I wake up. It's like, hey, call mom. I'm like, oh, you know what, I should call my mom.
Yeah, I mean, and that probably sounds ridiculous to some people. They probably
yeah, like thinking about that, like, oh shit, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. My mom's gonna listen to this. She's gonna be like, what? My son doesn't even want to call me.
Like, I'll go like months. Like, I mean, I think it's been months since we've talked. I mean, we've like a text here or there.
Yeah, like yo, we got to do a podcast. Yo, we got to talk. And it's like, yeah, man, we'll do it this weekend. And like the weekend will go by, and like it's like, fuck, I forgot to talk to Spratt.
75% of our conversations are about how we need to talk.
Hey, man, we need to talk. Yeah, you're right. Let's schedule some time. Can't do it now, but
yeah, I can't talk now, but we should talk. Yeah. We've been meaning to talk with those messages for like since September.
Yeah,
easily.
Man.
Oh man. Yeah, but what's new with you though, dude? What's going on in California?
So same old, still doing the same gig. I became like official with that girl, Molly. Do you remember I was talking about?
I know. Well, I mean, I haven't met her, but I've seen her on like Skype and stuff or whatever.
Yeah. So we became official like October 1st. Yeah.
That's a big step.
It is. It's something that she's younger than me too, and she's actually moving. She doesn't really like being in San Diego, so she's gonna move to San Francisco in September, which is like close to like a year away. It's like 10 months away. So like, every once in a while I'll be like, well, like what's gonna happen in September? But granted, it's like a long way away, and anything can happen from now and then. But it's good, she's rad, she's awesome, she's funny, she's a nurse, she's cool, I like it. It's something different, like I kind of needed that commitment thing, like a stable, rock in my life, and she was always like, I've known her for over a year now, and we've been hanging out, so she's like one of my better friends. And, like, that's what I like, is, like, being someone who I actually enjoy being with. Like, we goof around, like, we make each other laugh. It's, like, she's, like, a really, really good friend of mine. Who happens to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, dude, I think that's one of the big things that I've been, thinking about in my own life. It's, like, companionship is so huge. And it's honestly something I totally lack. Like, I have, like... friends in Europe are like in Stuttgart, and Anton's in Holland, and I have some friends in Paris and in London, and other places as well. But it's like, actually, the place I live is probably I'm lacking in. I have friends, but like a lot of my friends are colleagues and outside
professional.
Well, but I don't know. There's something missing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But, that's on me. That's on me. And I always say that to myself. And it's crazy because when I travel, I'll meet so many people and, like, have, like, really cool connections. It's just we don't spend that much time together. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what is that? Am I showing up differently when I'm traveling? Is it the place? And, like, honestly, I've come to the conclusion that, obviously culture does have a factor, but it's me. It's how I show up. Because, like, when I'm here, I'm in, like, work mode. And I'm not, and also things are, like, really expensive here. So I'm not as inclined to, like, go out. Because,
right.
I mean, I do go out, but it's like, man, if you go out, like, it's $100 to $300, like, on just, like, a normal night out.
Yeah, just getting some dinner and, like, maybe a few drinks.
So, I don't know. And also, like, Zurich is, like, kind of, like, where the social hotbed is. And, it's only 25 minutes away, but, people who live in Zurich, and they don't want to come 25 minutes outside of Zurich to, have their social life. Like, so I don't know. I'm making excuses right now. So that's why I say it's me. It's me.
Yeah. You know what I was doing the other day, like 2 days ago, is I bought Molly the book The Alchemist, like early in our relationship. It was actually for was it last Christmas? I think it was last Christmas. Yeah, I got her this book, and it's one of my favorite books. Like, you showed it to me a number of years ago, and I was just kind of like flipping through it and just like rereading it and seeing what like she underlined and what she like marked off, and thinking back, because I gave my copy to my sister for her birthday one year, so I don't have a copy anymore. But I was kind of just rereading it, and I hadn't read it in a while. I've read it maybe like 2-3 times, but not in a while. And I love that book, man.
Yeah, dude, it's an awesome book. It's about your personal journey or whatever, And
well, the only thing I didn't get is that, the scene. I don't want to do spoilers for people, but towards the end where he's in the desert and he has to turn himself into the wind to like save his life, and he's like traveling with the alchemist at the time.
Yep. And
he's like meditating, and he talks to the wind and the sun. And does he talk to like God or someone? And like, how, like, does he actually turn himself from the wind? Because it's like a sandstorm that comes at the right time. Like, I didn't get that. Do you remember that, the scene?
Yeah, I totally remember that part. I've read the book I think twice, and it's been maybe 3 to 5 years since I last read it. But I do remember that part. I'm not sure. It is a book with magic, so that he turned himself into the wind. But it's a spiritual type of book, so it's kind of like a philosophy of like, I don't know, oneness. So I'm not sure.
Right. I was probably missing the point anyway, but I just remember rereading it. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? It's an amazing book, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what's new for me. I had like a couple Friendsgivings for Thanksgiving. I'm traveling back in a couple weeks. But yeah, and then I got to figure out. I'm trying to like do some more traveling too. I want to get to Australia and New Zealand in like one trip. Do like a 10-day thing. I want to go to like Australia most of the time, and then just like pop over to like Melbourne for like a day or whatever, just to check it out and say that I've been to Australia. Because I don't want to go all the way there and like not hit up both.
Well, dude, 10 days isn't very long to fly.
No, it's not. But
you're in California. That is a closer part of America to Australia.
I meant like 10, like not 10 total days, but 10 days like a landing until I leave.
Right. Okay, so not including travel time.
So that to be like 12 or 13 days, I guess, of
weeks. I have a lot of Australian colleagues, and like we get 3 weeks for Christmas, and a lot of them say, I'm not going home because 3 weeks isn't long enough. Because you fly halfway across the world, you're jet lagged for like 2 days, you finally get adjusted, and then you turn around and come back, and then you're jet lagged for 2 days. So, I don't know. I've never been to Australia. I really want to go there as well. But it's also that, their winter is our summer and their summer is our winter.
Yeah. That's
so
what,
the best to go is like now, this time of year.
I wanted to go because we have a full week from like the day before Christmas Eve to like all the way past New Year's, and I wanted to use that whole time. But my parents obviously I have to go back and see the fam, right? Like fucking family that loves me.
We just talked about how seeing fam is a good thing. So
no, I know. Yeah.
It's that other, you can't have it all.
No.
Honestly, the choice is paralyzing. I think one of the problems in modern society is
too many choices.
There are so many choices, and with Tinder, everybody's just they said one thing I don't like, swipe, delete, everything. There's so much choice. It used to be back in the old days. You lived in a town, there was 200 people. There was Susie, Sally, or Mary.
That's it.
And you had your eye on Sally since she was 5 years old, and you were pissed off at the 9th grade dance, and she was dancing with Steven. You know what I mean? And that was it. Bam, it's over. And there was all this courtship where people would get to know each other. Nowadays, it's just all that stuff is out the window. It's gone. People used to write letters to each other and wait weeks for that to come back. It's immediate gratification. There's no delayed gratification.
No, because we want everything immediate.
Now, and there's so much choice. It's just the whole equation is just completely changed. So, who knows what unintended consequences that has. I mean, I think some of them are easy to think about, but I think there's also ones that, that we don't even know that we don't know.
Right.
What the consequences are.
Dude, man, it's already fucking crazy. Like, everything that they're doing in technology. I just was listening to the Radiolab podcast where they now have this technology to, like, manipulate video to make people say, like, what they want to say. Because, like, the mannerisms of your mouth, like, only takes, like, a couple things just to say pretty much every word in, like, the English language. So you can, like, type into, like, the chat or whatever, and, like, the video will play back. So they showed, like, Trump and, like, Obama saying speeches, and they, like, throw in tweets that they said, and, like, it actually looks like them saying it. So, like, and they asked them, like, in the interview, like, oh, we have this amazing technology, and they're like, what happens if people, like, use this for, like, complete harm, and, like, what happens if, like, you trigger, like, this ridiculous, chain of events that, like, fuck up, a lot of people's lives. And they're like, they're like, shit, we didn't really think of that. We're like, we're just smart people. We create the technology. It's not our fault what people do with it.
There's always unintended consequences for huge things like this. Have you seen that in Saudi Arabia they made a robot a citizen recently? This was like a week ago or something.
What? No?
It's like robot who is like super smart. Like, I was creeped out. At first, when I saw this, I thought it was fake. I was like, this is fake. Because this is too realistic. I mean, she looks like creepy. Like, she doesn't look like super real.
Oh, is that the one where they ask her, like, do you like human beings? Is that the same?
Exactly.
And she, like, hesitates. It was the first one. She was like, sure. The guy was like, do you want to kill humans? She was like, sure, I'll kill all humans. And then the next one, they asked her, like, do you like human beings? And there was, like, this long pause. And she was like, yeah.
Yeah, and Elon Musk, he's, like, a big proponent of, like, we need to safeguard against artificial intelligence becoming smarter than us and being able to, like, take over. Because he is, like, really worried about, like, that Terminator scenario coming true. And that dude is, like, super smart.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, there's technology. I mean, the idea of the singularity, like when technology like grows so rapidly that it like overcomes human intelligence or whatever. Like that is an interesting idea, and it seems that like the media that is coming through. I mean, because like if I'm seeing it, then like that's not good.
It's some like Westworld type shit. But there's also like the notion where if that can happen, like humans will always like leave some sort of back door into the system where like we can just unplug it, like
what talking about there needs to be like these safeguards, like we have to be careful. Like this is like we are at that point in the graph that it's like the graph is starting to like just go vertical. And it's like So man, we'll see. Sometimes I think to myself like, nothing really matters, actually, like, because the whole world could totally be different in, like, 5-10 years, like, like, there's so many things you worry about and think about, like,
things are changing too fast.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You hear that, kids? Life doesn't matter. Do whatever you want to do.
I'm not saying that. Don't... I think try to stay in the now. That's maybe the message I want to put out. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Everything's good right now. Stay here right now. That's what I try to tell my students when they're freaking out about stuff. I'm like, well, is everything okay right now? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, then what's wrong? Like, stay here. Like, stay right here.
Yeah, exactly. What's up?
Yeah, man. So, we probably should have planned what we were going to talk about. Like, we've just been freewheeling it, and it's been working so far.
It's been working, yeah. We're at, like, a half hour now. I'm cool to call it, because I got to shower at some point, and then I got to get some grub in me. What time is it there?
It is almost 9 o'clock p.m.
Word.
So, yeah.
All right, well, anything else you want to say? Like, any sort of sign off?
Just thanks for listening. Love you guys. Yeah, not much to say. I mean, I was doing I originally thought I